Happy New Year, everyone! This is my first impressions of Valley. I decided to go for a game that looked a little bit different, and this one really fit the bill. Basically, you end up on this planet that is kind of sort of like a fantasy planet. It has like these little creatures that are called demons, but they seem pretty peaceful and until you kill them, of course, in which case they turn into that crazy shadow monster thing, which the first time I saw, I legit screamed because I thought it was going to attack me, but it didn't. This game is pretty chill. It's really more about the visuals and what you're seeing and what you're able to do in terms of the giving life and taking it. Certainly more emphasis on the giving life, because the more life that is around you, the more times you're allowed to die. So if you do die in the game, basically you see it getting leached from the trees around you. Like this area, I had died a couple of times and then the trees just got all withered and damaged. So I had to go around and just fix what I had destroyed, and it was kind of satisfying and calming. I really enjoy just the visual aspect of this game, but in terms of the gaming component, it's definitely not your typical hack and slash. It actually reminds me of another game. I think it's called The Story of My Uncle, something like that. I'll link both of them below from both this game and that game, where it just kind of has interesting aspects and is visually stimulating. I think this first mission where you have to go through these 3 towers is possibly my favorite yet. The part in the game that I'm at now is a little bit darker than this, but this initial part of the game just kind of lets you roam, go through this big valley. You're just kind of taking it slow. You're just kind of given time to, do what you want to do. And I really appreciated that. And of course, creating giant trees, always good stuff. So the music of the game is actually not this music, of course, because then I would get a copyright strike. But the music of the game was the same sort of thing, just kind of quiet, calm, relaxing. This whole game, so far anyway, has been fitting in that category of more quiet. But you can tell that as the game goes, that it's going to get a little bit more into the story aspect, where it's telling you about how this planet basically was taken over by the military for their own uses. And you hear about this life seed that was basically hidden away here, and you have to go about finding it. I'm not quite sure what the purpose of finding it is going to be, but there is a lady that kind of tells you little bits the further that you go along. So on the story side, it's pretty great so far, and the puzzling is not too difficult at all. It's pretty self-explanatory for the most part. So this took me a while to figure out, but I promise I do figure out when I read the fine print and it said you needed to use force, and I was like, okay, I'm supposed to shoot it? And then I was like, no, I should probably run at it. So that ultimately is what ends up working. I also like that they start developing the mechanics more, because initially you don't start off really being able to jump at all. Then you get your suit and you're able to jump pretty well. And then later on you get an upgrade to the suit and you're able to jump twice as far. So I don't know if they continue to upgrade the abilities, but the fact that they kind of drop it as you go along is pretty satisfying as well. So overall, my impressions of this game is it's great. I would give it an 8 out of 10. and I would recommend it. So I hope you guys have a good day. Toodles.